Hey guys, Project Zodiac here. I'm back with another video, and this is another unboxing video. I've been doing a lot of those just because these are pretty quick, and I kind of just want to show off some things I really enjoy. Um, but I am working on something really big pretty soon. It's been a very long time that I've been working on this. This is basically one of like 2 or 3 times that I'm talking about this in a very small, detailed way, but I'll be announcing it pretty soon. Please follow me on my Twitter because I'm going to be announcing it there first. It is a particular video project. So, so that's all really I can say about that. So I'm really excited for that. But yes, this is another unboxing. And as you can see, this is another album unboxing. And this is for Gorillaz' newest album, Cracker Island. And I love the Gorillaz so much. And honestly, I've been so excited for this because the songs that we were getting was so good in terms of production, atmosphere, tone, music, lyrics. Like, it's so good. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. I'm actually unboxing this literally right after, or literally the day after I unboxed my new instrument, this ocarina, and all of this lights up as you blow into it. Definitely check that out if you guys like instruments, and considering Gorillaz is always using unique instruments, I just thought I would show this off again. So definitely watch that out. Again, this is fantastic. I do play a note on this so you guys can see this lighting up. It's amazing. The link for this unboxing is in the description below. Also, I have already unboxed this album, except I'm going to be releasing it after the Cracker Island one, just because this album just came out and this has been out for about a year now. So yeah, but they're all coming out in the same week. I'm just releasing this first. But yes, definitely check this out as well. The description, the link, well, just check my channel for it, basically, because again, it'll be out in the next few days. But this is a fantastic album. So if you guys want to hear about it and all of that stuff, definitely check out that video. But getting on to the main event, we've got Gorillaz' Cracker Island. So this is just something I've been waiting for, and this is the Deluxe box set. I have a lot of things to say, so I think we should just get into it, because there's a lot of good things and a lot of bad things as well. So I love here how we have everybody. So we got Murdoch, 2D, Noodle, and Russell, and I love the Gorillaz. I've been listening to the Gorillaz my entire life, basically, because they've been around for a very long time, about 20 years, I would say. So yeah, so excited that they finally released their new album. If you guys are curious, my favorite Gorillaz album is Humans with the Now, because I kind of consider them as like part 1 and a part 2 kind of thing, and also Demon Days. The rest is fine. My least favorite is Song Machine. But not because the songs on it is bad, it's just because it's not structured. So it's literally just random songs. It's like a collection of best of hits album in a way, without any best of stuff. Like, it's all new stuff. But I think you guys know what I mean. But only for that reason. Again, the music on Song Machine is amazing, though. I do really like them. It just doesn't feel structured as an album. But yes, so Cracker Island has been out for a little bit, and we got a lot to talk about. So I really like this cover art. And yes, ignore that noise. There's something in here, and we'll be taking a look at it. And I guess it's rattling around. So here we've got the logo, and then all of the songs. Now, this is the deluxe set. And honestly, the box for this makes me think of the Now's special edition, which I do have. I have the collector's edition for the Now Humans. I actually have the giant Humans Super Deluxe box set, which I'm so glad I have that. And then I also have just the regular deluxe for Song Machine. And then we have this one now. So I do have all of their albums on vinyl. The only ones that I don't and it's not because I can't really get it, like buy it in the stores. It's the Meanwhile EP. So the Meanwhile EP, they released Between Song Machine and Cracker Island. And the music in that is really, really good, especially Jimmy Jimmy. I love that song so much. Jimmy Jimmy is literally one of the best Gorillaz songs ever made. But yeah, so they did release a vinyl version of this EP. The issue with that, though, is that that EP was extremely limited to, I think, like 100 copies for the entire US or something like that. And only in like indie record stores. And I kept calling mine, but I guess none of them got them, or they didn't know if they were gonna get it. So that's the only one I can't really have. But unless I make my own version of it, which is possible. But yeah, so this feels like pretty nice, good, smooth cardboard. The characters have like a slightly different texture to them. It's almost like as if it's smoother in a way. It's a little hard to explain. Kind of like they're a little bit raised, but they're actually, I know they are kind of a little bit. You can kind of see it there, right here with like 2D's feet. But it's like so minimal, like super, super minimal. But that's pretty cool. Yeah, so normally you won't feel that, but this is the deluxe set. This is not the 10 7-inch records. That thing was overpriced, and basically it's one song per 7-inch, so you would need to keep like switching it 10 times, and that's really annoying. That's not a good way to listen to a full album, and it was just really overpriced. And honestly, this is the deluxe set, and it comes with way more things, and it was half the price. Like, this just makes more sense. But yeah, so let's just open this up. Again, this is very similar to how the Now's special edition is. I would show it to you guys, but it's not here in the room with me at the moment. And wow, we get a lot of cool stuff. So we got the little book that Murdoch... Okay, actually, this is not that book. Interesting. So we got a nice little book. It's pretty thick. It's really rough too. And then this is also, as you can see, it's a little bit embedded rather than embossed, I think. And yeah, this is very, very thick paper. Be afraid to be the same. Honestly, I kind of do agree with that. People should, be free to be themselves. They shouldn't be, people shouldn't be, how can I say this? Being afraid to be the same as everyone else, I think, is good, because then you're kind of following the mainstream stuff and you're not allowing yourself to be yourself in a way. I do kind of agree with that. So yeah, it seems like you can put different notes here. When nothing goes right, go left. Interesting. Let's just see here. The truth lies somewhere. Okay, this is kind of like wordplay. So they're saying the truth lies somewhere. So somebody's trying to tell you the truth, but somewhere along that truth, they're kind of lying about something. Yeah, I think that's kind of debatable. Yeah, I don't really agree with that one. Okay, so follow the rhythm, not the algorithm. Kind of true for this one. The machine is more than its machinery. That is kind of true. Don't be the first, be the latest. Okay. So it seems like every 4 pages it's something. Want more than you can take. Well, sorry, want more than you take. Just knowing is not enough. Alright, we're almost done here. Disorder what is ordered. And then, okay, I guess that's it. So yeah, I didn't know, I knew that this was going to come with this. I didn't know it was going to have these little lines on that. That's pretty cool. Then we have the album on CD, as you can see here. And kind of cheaply put in, but it's not bad. I do like this CD cover though. It's pretty cool. But yeah, they could have done something a little bit different, but for like the packaging for this, but it's fine. All right, now this is really cool. I just don't like the image that much, but this is a single and it's just Cracker Island featuring Thundercat. So yeah, one song. Oh, that's so cool. I didn't know that this was etched in. Okay, so we got an etching as well on the other side. Pretty cool. And then yeah, just Cracker Island. The first song is there's just one song. I don't really know why they included that, but that's pretty cool. This one kind of wasn't needed. CD is fine. Book, I think that this book is pretty cool to just have. Now we have a couple other things here. We got some stickers. Okay, if this would slide out. Okay, I guess this thing does not want to come off. Okay, almost there. Wow. I'm so sorry. I probably should have just paused this and recorded it. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right, so we got some sticker sheets here. Gorillaz, the last cult. So basically, that's the thing about this phase. This Gorillaz phase is Murdoch decides to make a cult, and that's basically what happens here. Oh, this is really, really cool artwork, and this is actually pretty thick as well. Like, really thick. It's pretty good, high quality, honestly. And nothing on the back. So yeah, that's basically what the phase for this is. I haven't seen this picture before, I don't think. So yeah, it's just Murdoch decided to make a cult, and a couple of crazy things happen, but honestly, I think they could have implemented the lore a little bit better, because it's basically Murdoch makes a cult, and basically they find out that their next door neighbors are also a cult, and the head of the cult wants to get 2D, which again is him, to sacrifice him, but then she kind of feels bad for him. Murdoch and the rest of the gang go and help 2D, and then that's basically it. And then that cult disbands. I don't know if their cult disbands though. I don't think it was really talked about, but literally that's it. I feel like it's good that they made lore again as a big focus, but I feel like this is a pretty cool picture. And this is the book that we got right here. But I feel like they could have done something different, honestly, or expanded on it a lot more, kind of like how it was for the earlier ones. This is also a pretty cool picture. But yeah, so that's all that comes with these pictures. Again, for half the price of the 7-inch, 10 7-inch colored vinyls, you get this whole thing. Then we got a ribbon here. Originally, it said that it was going to come with like a wristband strap or something. I don't know. I guess they decided not to include that. But then we have this giant poster. And this thing is huge. Way bigger than I thought it was going to be. What the hell? Yeah, so this is a huge poster. It's probably like 3 feet tall. And it's just basically of Murdoch. I don't really like this picture, but I get what they're going with. So yeah, that's pretty cool though. Again, for half the price of the other set, the other special edition set that they have. And now we have the last thing itself, the album. So here's one of my biggest complaints with this album. This cover, it's a cool picture. I wish it was included as, you know, one of these things. But this is not a good cover, album cover, I don't think. It just, yeah, this is also one of the biggest complaints the fandom has been having with this. Not a very good album cover. Honestly, I feel like this would have been a better album cover. I don't know. I just don't really like this album cover, but let's just take a look at it. So we've got Noodle, Russell, and then we've got some etchings around here. Murdoch is levitating. And then we got 2D. I will say this though. This whole purple pinkish color scheme, it fits the album perfectly. So we got side A, and apparently for the vinyl and cassette, they kind of flipped 2 songs. I think they put Tarantula here, and then Tormenta. I forgot. Like one of these is definitely flipped, which is interesting, and that's because each side of the record can only hold a certain amount of minutes. Otherwise, it's gonna be super compressed. Then we got the inside. There's nothing else in here. And then we got Silent Running. Okay, I had noticed that so many people were getting like the wrong colors on their like Amazon orders and like store orders as well. So this honestly again fits the theme. Whoa, okay, that's weird. I just looked up at the camera. This is coming up as like a reddish pink, but this is more of like a cotton candy purple pink. So yeah, the color you guys are seeing, let me see if this is gonna change. Yeah, it's not really changing. Yeah, the color you guys are seeing, it's definitely a darker shade than what it actually is. Again, it's a vibrant neon purplish pink color, basically. Cotton candy, that's the thing I was looking for. So that's kind of what it looks like. So we got side A, and then we got side B. So guys, another complaint that I had, other than the album cover, is, as I was saying, Song Machine, what am I doing? Song Machine is my least favorite album. That is, and I was waiting to say this, that is until Cracker Island came out. So this has been out, the album's been out for a little while now, about a week now, I would say, maybe a little bit less. This just arrived today, because they had to ship over. And honestly, when I was hearing the album, I'm so upset. Actually, let's just skip this out, because all of the singles we got were the best songs. And again, those songs are fantastic. But I mean, I guess I could say you can swap Skinny Ape for Oil, and then everything else of the singles would be fantastic. Everything else we got is great. It's fun. It's, again, Gorillaz always make fun, amazing, good music. But honestly, they kind of feel unfinished. They kind of feel rushed, and the production, and that's the case for some of the singles we also did get. My favorite though is definitely Silent Running, New Gold, and Baby Queen. Those songs are amazing. Like so good. But yeah, so I'm a little bit upset about that, because it just doesn't feel like it was as well done as, before Song Machine. Again, my favorite album being Human in the Now Now Together and Demon Days. And then Song Machine, I explained earlier why it's my least favorite. Again, music on it's fantastic. It's not anything with the music, but here, it seemed like they were following a theme, but then they basically just kept that theme, but then made things not feel really connected. All of the songs, for the most part, do fit this purplish vibe perfectly. But really, that's kind of like the only theme there, like musically. Instrumentationally. The music itself doesn't even change all that much. I mean, you get Tormenta, which is honestly my least favorite song on the album. And then you have Skinny Ape, which is also my second least favorite song. And these are honestly the most different ones out of all we get in here. Everything else kind of feels like it's the same thing when you listen to it all together. And that's fine. That's what Song Machine was missing. It's just, this album though, like it only focuses on like this purple hue and vibe. And again, the instrumentations are fantastic, but they all kind of sound very similar to each other. Not that they are the same, I'm just saying like it's the same like vibe and the same like atmosphere. It does feel a lot more poppy, and I heard that Damon did hope that this would be a pop album, and that's fine. It's just very, it doesn't feel as much like Gorillaz, because Gorillaz always does things differently. Like in the album itself, it changes, but here we only have really two queens, technically three if you count Possession Island, where it's not following that same like atmosphere basically. So yeah, I think that this is probably the least Gorillaz sounding thing. But again, the songs that we got, the singles I'm talking about, they're fantastic. Some of Gorillaz' best songs. It just, as an album, it feels all mushed and similar. Another complaint that I have with this as an album is, like I said, like the songs in general, especially the songs that were not singles, feel rushed. They don't feel as fully thought out or as, like fully done. They're still fantastic songs. I still really enjoy them. It's just, it doesn't feel fully fleshed out. And yeah, so that was really one of my biggest complaints about this. And honestly, the third biggest complaint that I have with this album is, like for example, they have Cracker Island and they talk about the lore there, and they kind of talk a little bit about the lore throughout the rest of the songs. But then, which is really cool, because usually Gorillaz doesn't really go too much into their lore with the album songs and lyrics that much. It's usually the music video and the, internet related things and promotional stuff. So that was really cool, but they didn't fully go into that concept here as much as they could have. As a good example is, think Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. They kind of went with that multiverse aspect, but they didn't go into it as well or as much as they should have. So that was a little bit disappointing. And also because all of these songs feel very samey, but at the same time, like, how can I say this? At the same time, it feels very same, but it also feels very hazy and unchanging. But at the same time, though, and I know this is going to sound contradictory, they're still, when you hear them individually, they sound like their own thing. But when you hear it as a whole thing, it kind of sounds like a constant theme of just purple kind of haze. Again, not a bad thing. It's just looking at how Gorillaz does things, it's not really like them in a way. And yeah, in a way, it's just kind of okay, but it's not the best. That's what I'm trying to say. But what I'm trying to get to is, because of all of this, it kind of makes it, because even though it sounds all the same, it's also, when you hear it individually, it doesn't sound the same. It's hard to explain. Like, listen to the album in full and then just listen to the songs randomly, unconnected to each other. You guys will get a better understanding of what I'm trying to say there. But because of that, this album, and because of the songs that we did not get as singles, this album feels like it's a Song Machine 2, but with a theme. So this is why it upsets me more, and why that's probably the biggest reason why this makes it my actual least favorite Gorillaz album, taking Song Machine's place. Because while Song Machine didn't have a constant theme, that was the purpose of it. It was just supposed to be a collection of songs, but it made sense. It's okay. This, though, was supposed to be an actual album, but it still came off sounding as Song Machine 2, just with a constant theme of like this purple haze and pop atmosphere. That's basically it. So that's why I kind of like it less, because it's literally like Song Machine, just with a theme. And it was supposed to be an actual album, not a collection of songs put in an album. So that's why I kind of like it least. Like I said, Tormenta is my least favorite one. And honestly, my last complaint that I have about this is I personally think the deluxe songs that we got should have been on the album. And I understand that there's reasons why it's not, because of like the vinyl pressing and when they actually recorded those songs, because some of them was even recorded over the past summer. So literally just like 5 months ago. But yeah, so this is the deluxe box set. I wish those deluxe songs were on here, on this vinyl, but they're not. And we only got 3 new songs on that, plus a remix of one song and then an alternate version of the other. But still, those 3 new songs and those 2 alternate versions of those songs are amazing. Here's the issue though with that. They definitely also feel unfinished and rushed. I wish that they were longer. They definitely feel more polished than some of the non-singles we got on this album, but they feel so short. Like Captain Chicken is literally like only 1 minute and 50 seconds long or something like that. And then you have the Crocodilas, which is with De La Soul, which also rest in peace for that the member of De La Soul that has died recently. Like that song, like it's so good, but then it just kind of ends. Like it's like someone just hits pause and it just stops. Like it doesn't feel like it has an ending. And then Controla, which is with a Brazilian singer, which should have taken Bad Bunny's place, because that song is amazing. Controla is one of Gorillaz' literally best songs, and I was actually shocked with it, because I wasn't expecting much from it, considering it's with Brazilian funk. I like Brazilian funk, but I wasn't expecting much of it. But wow, that song was amazing. And if you guys hear Brazilian funk, you'll understand why I wasn't expecting much of it. It's still fun though. I like funk. I like Brazilian funk, but still. But yeah, that song should have taken Tormenta's spot as Bad Bunny, but because Bad Bunny is a bigger name, I guess they just decided to put it, and also it was probably recorded earlier anyway. But yeah, I don't know. Tormenta is just a generic reggaeton kind of music, and it's just okay. It's again a fun song. It's just okay though. It's very mainstream, very generic. It's honestly the most generic thing in this entire album, I think. Along with New Gold, but New Gold is excusable for me because that song is amazing. But yeah, so the deluxe songs feel oh right, so I was saying, so Controlla, honestly, out of the 3 new ones, it feels like that's the one that was more polished and more finished. I just wish it was a little bit longer, like maybe 20 or 30 seconds longer, but that's about my only complaints for Controlla. But yeah, so those songs kind of suffered the same thing, as the songs in here that were not singles, and some of the ones that were singles. And also, it just, should have just been here, and also the album cover and all that. So yeah, those songs though do definitely save the album a lot, but it is still technically my least favorite Gorillaz album. But don't get this wrong, it is a fantastic and fun album, but everything else as an album, whole narrative, concept, everything else is a lot better. Listening to these songs individually though, sorry, my dog is in the room, so if you just heard him shaking. But yeah, listening to these songs individually, they're fantastic, fun, amazing. But yeah, so that was basically my review of this album. But let me know what you guys think about Cracker Island. Do you guys agree with me? Do you not? Honestly, I think this is my first album review on this channel. I've been meaning to do one, like an album review on this channel for a while. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this review as well. It wasn't supposed to be a review, it was supposed to be just an unboxing, but I kind of had to rant, technically. But again, I'm making it clear, it's a fun album, it's a great album. It's a fantastic, great time listening to these songs, especially individually. Just as an album and a concept, they didn't go with the potential it was going to, or should have, or could have had. And the deluxe songs and the album cover, again, as I explained, should have been on the album and a different cover. But yeah, guys, and also some of the songs feel a bit rushed and kind of unfinished. And this album, also, last complaint, feels super short. Like, even with the deluxe songs, it feels like the shortest Gorillaz album, which I wish it felt a little bit longer. But yeah, guys, that's basically it. That's all really I had to say. Sorry that was a bit rushed. Again, didn't mean to make a review on this, but I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Like I said, been wanting to do a review on an album, for a very long time now on this channel. So I decided to put it all here as I was recording it. But yes, I hope you guys enjoy this. Let me know your thoughts on the album, as I already said. Do you guys agree with me? Do you not? What are your favorite albums? What are your least favorite albums from Gorillaz? And yeah, that's basically all I have to say, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day.